Hi and welcome to the session. I am Neha and I am going to help you with the following question. The question says, Rahman is making a wheel using spokes. He wants to fix equal spokes in such a way that the angles between any pair of consecutive spokes are equal. Help him by completing the following table. First, are the number of spokes and the angles formed between the pairs of consecutive spokes in inverse proportion? Second, calculate the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. Third, how many spokes would be needed if the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes is 40 degrees? Let us proceed with its solution. Here in the question, we are given the number of spokes and the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes. So let us assume that x represents the number of spokes and y represents the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes. Now we know that two quantities x and y are said to be in inverse proportion if an increase or decrease in x is followed by a decrease or increase in y in such a manner that the product of the two quantities x and y remains constant, say k. This means that if x increases, y decreases, and when x decreases, y increases. Now in the given table, if we consider the first two cases, then the number of spokes, that is x, is increasing and the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes, that is y, is decreasing. Now let us check whether the product of x and y remains constant or not in these two cases. So let us take the first case, that is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 90 degrees. So we have x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 90 degrees. So x into y is equal to 4 into 90 degrees, that is equal to 360 degrees. Now let's check out for the second case, that is x is 6 and y is 60 degrees. So also we have x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 60 degrees. This implies that x into y is equal to 6 into 60 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. Now here the value of x into y remains the same, that is 360 degrees. That means here it is a case of inverse proportion. This implies the value of k is equal to 360 degrees. Now in next three cases, we are given the number of spokes and we need to find out the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes, that is y. So let us take this case first. In this, number of spokes is 8 and we need to find the angle, that is y. Let us take it as part A. Here x is equal to 8 and we need to find the value of y. And we know that x into y is equal to k, which is equal to 360 degrees. This implies 8 into y is equal to 360 degrees, which gives y is equal to 360 degrees upon 8, which is equal to 45 degrees. That means y is equal to 45 degrees. So let us write 45 degrees over here in the table. Now in next case, that is part B, we have number of spokes, that is x equal to 10 and we need to find the angle, that is y. So here x is equal to 10 and we need to find y. And we know that x into y is equal to k, that is 360 degrees. This implies 10 into y is equal to 360 degrees. That is, y is equal to 360 degrees upon 10. This gives y is equal to 36 degrees. So here for x equal to 10, y is equal to 36 degrees. Now in the third part, we are given number of spokes, that is x equal to 12, and we need to find y. Here x is equal to 12 and we need to find the value of y. And we know that x into y is equal to k, that is 360 degrees. This implies 12 into y is equal to 360 degrees. That is, y is equal to 360 degrees upon 12. So this gives y is 30 degrees. So here in table, let us write 30 degrees corresponding to the value 12. Now let us find out the answer of the first part, which says, are the number of spokes and the angles formed between the pairs of consecutive spokes in inverse proportion? Here in the table, number of spokes is increasing, that is 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10 and 10 to 12. Also, the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes is decreasing, that is 90 to 60, 60 to 45, 45 to 36 and 36 to 30. That means x is increasing and y is decreasing. Also, we have already seen that the product of x and y is equal to 360 degrees in each case. That means the product of the two quantities x and y remains constant. So our answer to this part is, yes, number of spokes and the angles formed between the pair of consecutive spokes are in inverse proportion. Now the second part says, calculate the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. That means number of spokes is 15, that is x, and we need to find the angle, that is y. So here x is equal to 15 and we need to find the value of y. Now again we know that x into y is equal to k, that is 360 degrees. So this implies 15 into y is equal to 360 degrees. That is, y is equal to 360 degrees upon 15. Implies y is equal to 24 degrees. Therefore, angle between a pair of consecutive spokes is equal to 24 degrees. Now, the third part is, how many spokes would be needed if the angle between a pair of consecutive spokes is 40 degrees? That means here we are given the angle, that is y equal to 40 degrees, and we need to find the number of spokes, that is x. Here we need to find the value of x and the value of y is given to us, that is 40 degrees. And we already know that x into y is equal to k, that is 360 degrees. This implies x into 40 degrees is equal to 360 degrees. This gives x is equal to 360 degrees upon 40 degrees. That is, x is equal to 9 spokes. Therefore, number of spokes is equal to 9. Thus, our final answer to this question is 45 degrees for 8 spokes, 36 degrees for 10 spokes, 30 degrees for 12 spokes. Part 1, yes. Second, 24 degrees. Third, 9 spokes. So with this, we finish this session. Hope you must have understood the question. Goodbye, take care and have a nice day.